Hey Snowman, looks like you're doing well with the vegetable challenge, which is nice, and I love the mayonnaise touch. I didn't think of mayonnaise myself, that's because I don't really eat much mayonnaise, even though I'm Dutch. Apparently, you know the fish and chips and the mayonnaise thing? Apparently that's a real Dutch thing. My whole family does it, but anyway, that's aside. So I had a pretty busy day today. This is my big working day on a Saturday. Shut up! I'm filming! Yeah, just work all day, and I don't get to sleep properly or do anything. It's literally go to sleep, go to work, go to sleep. So I thought, fit in some running, and I go from Flinders Street Station to Crown Casino, and thought I'd stick in a run there. Look at that beautiful skyline. I mean, it doesn't really look very good on the camera, but it's orange as fuck. I'm onto the 2K runs now. Kind of nice running in the daylight, because I don't get to do that very often because of work, as you know. So I found out that running with a backpack's actually really hard. So that's the kind of the downside of wanting to be able to travel places and do things while filling in your running. Just running around Tuadans, which is about a K away, and then back to home, which is another K. Well, I'm on the way home now. So I know what you mean now about the exercising just for the sake of exercising to look good or something like that. And I think I agree with you, and I think that doing that just for the sake of vanity isn't right, or not for me. It's not right for me, I should say. So I was thinking about how I feel after exercise, because that was a point that you wanted to make, was asking me how I felt. And I've got an addition to what I was talking about before. I was saying about how I now know how to manage exercise in terms of not sprinting at the start, and you agreed with me. But something I've noticed now is I'm actually learning how to manage fatigue, which is kind of interesting to me, because when I first started running, it was very much like I'd run and I'd go, oh my god, I'm so fucked. And then I'd be like, oh, well, now I'm tired. Look, I'm tired. This is shit. I'm really tired. But now I've found that I can manage being tired or fatigued. I'd go for a run and then I come back and I kind of go, fuck, I'm exhausted. All right, well, I've got some things I can do while I'm exhausted. Like just then, I finished a run and I came back, and I just went and just kind of did some washing, as opposed to going, kind of like a proactive exhausted, if that kind of makes sense. And in terms of my physical or mental state, I feel like and I'm feeling it now, like my brain is really fuzzy. I always get this really weird fuzzy. It's like after you wank, right? For me, after I have a wank, I always feel like this fuzzy, like dulled sense of I don't want to do, like I just get kind of like, I'm not tired in terms of sleep, I'm tired in terms of I'm just like, okay, I'm done. In which case it kind of it doesn't help, because then I don't do anything afterwards, or rather it's very difficult to do something. But what I've noticed with the running and the exercise is that mental state is very similar mental state, but there's also, I don't know how to explain it properly, but there's a sort of fresh feeling about it. That's the only way I can really describe it, is like this, it's like I'm buggered and I'm like, and I'm exhausted, I'm sweaty and gross, and it totally juxtaposes the whole thing, because then I feel this contradictory freshness that's kind of like, I don't know what it is. I don't really feel that anywhere else that I can think of. And I think that's what it is my body's now going, that was good. You did some stuff. I appreciate it. And now I kind of feel like a bit kind of better for myself. In terms of my body, I don't feel any different at the moment. Like, as I said, I feel exhausted or whatever, and that kind of fresh feeling. But at the moment, I haven't felt improved significantly or anything like that. But I think that's the kind of thing that just comes with time. So I was talking about time management last week, and you were talking about keeping on doing the things that I want to do, because then I get better at them in the long run. And I totally agree with you. I think that's 100% true. And that's why I do these things. That's why I haven't just quit the things that, I've been delayed with. My YouTube channel, I haven't put out a video in like a week and a half, I think. My gaming channel, of course. But, I haven't just gone, fuck it. I'm keeping on going with it. I don't want to stop. I suppose what I meant was more the finer details. So the short term is what I'm talking about. So if I feel pressure to finish a video, or to get a video out a week, or whatever it is, I feel like that product, that direct product is rushed. So, I might not put as much effort in editing it. So that product that I rushed because I'm in a deadline is rushed and therefore becomes a lower quality, as opposed to the overall experience. I think is still intact in terms of I'm not too worried about making money off it. I'm not too worried about how it's going to be 10 years down the track, because I know I'm still going to be doing it. And what you were talking about, the TED Talk with good and bad stress, that's really fascinating. That was really cool, because I think that's what can really damage someone, is the bad stress. And you see it all the time. You see the people who are massively stressed out and can't deal with life. And I think that's what can make the bad product, maybe, is the bad stress, is the fuck, I need to get this out, so I need to do it. And then I'm just like, I don't worry about that thing, just do it and it'll be fine. And there's been lots of times where I feel like I've instituted good stress, and that's really good, because like I feel like taking on so many projects, or whatever you want to call them, is for me a good stress, because I feel like I'm handling it wrong at the moment, but I like the feeling of being busy. As you said, being busy, I think, is very important, to be busy. And it feels good to be doing things, it feels a feeling of accomplishment, and when I'm in the zone, when I can get my handle on things, it's a really good feeling. I did a video, and now I'm gonna move on to this. The problem that happens is I get overwhelmed, and I've noticed what I do if I have too many things on at the same time. If I've got all these things I need to do, and I go, fuck, I need to email this person and do this and edit and then do this and shoot and run and work and blah, I get too overwhelmed with it all, and I shut down. And I go, fuck it, I'm not going to do any of them. I'm going to play Skyrim for 8 hours. I feel like that's the danger, is the shutting down. And it's quite deadly in a lot of ways, because then nothing gets done. So I had a nice coffee date with the lovely Dan Glover, and we were talking about a lot of things. And like you and me used to talk about, we talked a lot about psychology and kind of why things happen. It was very kind of a really lovely conversation. It was great. And it made me realize how to actually handle my situation, because I was talking about bipolarism. Bipolarism? Is that what it is? Bipolar? I don't know. Anyway, I was talking about people with bipolar disorder or depression. Like, my mum is bipolar, and she has been for a long time. I don't know if I'm meant to be saying this, but I am. So mum's really good, because she's really, really insightful. Like, I was talking about the scale with Adan, of which we've talked about a lot, which is there's nothing wrong with me, therefore I don't need to fix anything because I'm perfect the way I am. There is something wrong with me, but I'm just going to ignore it. There is something wrong with me, it's a problem in my life, but I'm just not going to do anything about it, because that's me, that's just accept me as I am. There's something wrong with me, I need to fix it, it's a problem, and I don't know how to fix it, and shit. And then there's mum, which is, there is a problem, I've gone and sought help, I need to fix it. It is a problem in my life, and I'm doing everything I can to change that, or to help myself. So there's many days where mum wakes up and everything is too much for her. And this was what made me realize how I can handle it. Because she says that she wakes up and she has to go to work, and she has to do all these things during the day, all just the standard living things, go shopping, blah, 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 whatever it is. And it's a huge, insurmountable thing for her. But it was really interesting, because how she deals with that, because she can now identify that, and then the way she gets through that is to give herself little goals. And I think I've explained this to you before, but basically her process is that she says, I'm not going to worry about work or any of that shit, like, I'm just not going to go to work today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up and put the kettle on, and then I'm just allowing myself to go back to bed. That's what I can do. I'm putting the kettle on, and I'm going to go back to bed. So she goes up and puts the kettle on, and she goes, okay, I've done that. Now, do I want to get back to bed, or I'm going to make a coffee? So she makes the coffee and goes, okay, finish that, I've made the coffee. I'm going to now drink the coffee, and then I'm totally free to go back to bed. So she does that, she drinks the coffee, and so on and so forth, until she can, have a shower, get in the car, go to work, finish the work, all that kind of stuff. So it's these little goals that she can set for herself, as opposed to the insurmountable goal of all this shit. So I was thinking about that in terms of my goals. Because just lately, in the past few days, I just completely shut down. I had one of those times where I was like, I've got so many things. I've got to email all these people, organize all the things. The rehearsals are coming up. I've got all these types of things I need to do. I haven't edited a video in a long time. Blah, 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 blah. It was just too much. And I spent an entire day until 8 o'clock in the morning playing Skyrim and watching Seinfeld. That's all I did. So that night, I just said to myself, okay, I'm just going to email back this person, and then I'm just going to play Skyrim. I'm going to allow myself to do that. So I emailed the person, and then I was like, okay, I got another person I need to email, so I'll email that person. And then it just kind of snowballed from that. And it was really nice because I found that it's the momentum that gets me through it. So once I start doing things, then it goes, oh, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then I can get this, and then I can send this to someone and start doing this. And I had a really actually quite productive night, which was really nice. So I think that's how I'm going to try and handle things when they get a bit on top of me. You also were talking about sleep and about how important sleep is. I think it's especially important too because of the night shift that I work, the grave shifts working until 7 a.m. It's kind of hard to control sleep or to organize sleep in a lot of ways. So I think I do need to do what you were talking about. I think I need to basically embrace it. To say what you said, to say it's an opportunity to give myself some rest, which is a nice thought, as opposed to, oh, fuck, I gotta do this, and then that's the bad stress. That's the bad stress coming through. Fuck, I need to sleep because I gotta get up at this time, and then blah, 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 as opposed to, okay, cool, now I get to rest. So you're a lot fitter than me, and I kind of had trouble thinking of a good challenge for you, but I need you to keep care of your assets, and your biggest asset is, of course, your legs of justice. So one of the biggest problems in today's society is that people sit too much. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge culprit of this. I live in this chair. But what I want you to do is for every hour that you sit, that includes car rides, that includes watching TV, that includes playing the PlayStation, that includes plane trips, and not include sleep. 1 hour of sitting, 10 squats. And if I know anything about Darwin from what you've told me, there's nothing to do, so I assume you do a lot of sitting. You can accumulate them if you want, so you can sit for 4 hours, but then you need to do 40 squats after the 4 hours, or whenever you need. I'm trusting you to keep track of this, and I'm trusting you to remember, have fun sitting, and I'll see you next time.